and resteth for a long time, when it finally mergeth back into the sun, and is extinct, like a lamp burnt out.
The king asked, "How, then, is it with thyself?" The spirit replied,
"I was the original sun god, that came away from the sun to take charge of this world. It is in my keeping."
The king asked, "Who, then, is the first, that still stayeth with the sun?" The spirit answered,
"Because thou asketh many questions, O king, thou shalt pay more money."
The king assured the spirit that the money, to any amount, would be paid, whereupon the spirit said,
Ahura Ormuzd was the original of all, but when the sun threw off its surface, Ahura Ormuzd was thrown in 2 pieces, 1 piece going to every star, save the earth, and I came here of my own accord, because it was larger and better than any other world.
The king dismissed the spirit and the priest, and sent for another, a magician also of the rank of priest, Guanli. And Guanli, being assured that his price would be paid, proceeded to exhibit also. And he performed feats even like the others. Then the king commanded Guanli to call the spirits of the dead. The priest apologized about the expense of the death trance, Holy Ghost power, but being further assured that his demands would be paid, he went into the corner, and cast himself into the swoon, stiff and cold. Presently an angel appeared, saying,
"Behold me, O king, I am Brahma. And if thou desire conquest and war, or greater riches, or more women, I will grant unto thee. I can tell thee of hidden treasures, and of rich mines, and of women greatly to be desired. Also I can tell thee how thy armies can overcome thy enemies with great slaughter."
The king said, "I am delighted, O Brahma. But I desire nothing of which thou hast mentioned. Tell me of the origin and destiny of man." The spirit said,
"Know then, O king, all things alive have 2 parts, the corporeal and the spiritual. All dead things are but one, which is the spirit. Thou, O king, wert first a stone, a very large stone. Then when it moldered into dust, thy soul went into silver, a very large piece. But when the silver rusted away, thy soul went into gold. And when the gold was worn away, thy soul began to run into animal life, then into a low order of man, then into the high order of man, as thou now art. Thus came man up from the beginning, reincarnating himself over and over, higher and higher and higher. And when he is perfected in spirit, as thou art, he never more returneth to reincarnate himself."
The king asked, "What doth the spirit after leaving this world?" The spirit replied,
"Thou shalt then meet thy sexual partner, thy soul wife, and shalt do nothing ever after but have sexual indulgence, peopling the spirit realms, with delightful spiritual offspring."
The king said, "It is well, thou hast a wonderful doctrine." Thereupon the spirit departed, and the priest also. And the king sent for still another priest, Chine, a Brahmin prophet. And the king asked him, "What seest thou for thy king?" The priest said, "By the rights of my order I cannot disclose any of the secrets of heaven or earth, until thou hast paid the price of indulgence, which is 2 pieces of gold." So the king paid him. Chine said, "And thou desire riches, or success in war, or new wives? Speak thou, and I will grant unto thee according to the price." The king said, "Alas, Chine, I desire none of these indulgences. Tell me the origin and destiny of man, for I would learn why I am, and the object and end." Chine said, "The first of all was Brahma, which was round like an egg. Then Brahma broke open, and the shell was in 2 halves, and 1 half was the sky, and the other half was the earth. Then Brahma incarnated himself in the earth, but he came not up as one only, as he expected, but he came up in 10 millions, and 1 million parts, and every part was a living thing, a tree, or a plant, or a fish, or a bird, or a beast, or a man. And this is all there is, or was, or ever shall be." But Brahma looked over the world, and he saw that some men were good, and some evil. And he said, "I will separate the good from the evil." And that justice might be done, he called all the nations and tribes of men before him. And when they were come, he said unto them, Whoever delighteth in the earth, it shall be his forever. And though he die, his spirit shall have power to reincarnate itself into another unborn child, and so live over again, and so on, forever. And he shall have great indulgence in the earth, in eating and drinking, and with women, and in all manner of delights, for they shall be his forever. But whosoever delighteth in spirit shall be blessed in spirit. He shall not, after death, reincarnate himself, and live over again, but shall dwell forever in heaven, and have heavenly delights. But since heavenly delights are not after the manner of earthly delights, then shall the spiritual choser not live like earth people. But he shall live secluded, and shall torment his flesh with fastings, and with castigations. Neither shall he marry, or live with woman, nor beget children, nor have any indulgence on the earth whatever, save merely to live, for the earth is not his, nor is he of the earth. And the more he tortureth the flesh, the higher shall be his bliss in heaven. Now, when Brahma had stated the two propositions unto the children of the earth, he further added, Choose ye now which ye will, for after ye have chosen, behold, there is the end. For ye that choose the earth shall be of the earth, even unto all succeeding generations. But whoso chooseth heaven, to him and his heirs it shall be final, and forever. Thereupon mortals made choice, and lo, and behold, nearly all of them chose the earth. But in thousands of years and millions of years afterward Brahma repented of his former decree, for he saw the earth become too full of people, and they were sinful beyond bounds. And Brahma sent a flood of waters, and destroyed 10,000 million times 10 millions of them. And he sent Zarathustra into the world to give new judgment. Zarathustra opened the door of heaven anew, saying, Whoever, after this chooseth Brahma, and will torture his flesh, and hate the earth, and live away from the world, him will I save from the earth, and from hell also, for I am very efficient and influential with the Creator. Such then, O King, is the origin and destiny of man. Some are born for the earth forever, and some are born for heaven. Nevertheless, the way is open unto all, to choose which they will, earth or heaven.